Okay, so I figured adventure mode is probably going to come out on the Steam version sooner or later. There's been talk about it coming out, so I went back to an earlier version of Dwarf Fortress, which you all can play. It's free to get online. Go to the Bay 12 official sources, and you can play version 47 point something for free using the Lazy Noob Pack. It's quite easy. I went back and I said, I'm going to check out adventure mode because I want to learn how to do it. I don't remember or even know how to do adventure mode. I think the only time I tried was back on these old pre-Steam versions. I made one adventure and I made a normal dwarf. I don't remember exactly, but I ended up getting trapped in some caves and then I immediately died. I was so trapped I could never get back out. And then when I posted that video, everybody said, oh yeah, don't go into the caves until you know what you're doing. So what we're looking at here, I'm choosing to be a Grackle man. A Grackle is a type of bird. A very intelligent corvid type of bird, like a raven or a crow. So I am a giant Birdman, and I was given that option. It seems that the Grackle men have a society on this map, so I said, why not? I'll be a Grackle man. I want to see what that's like. Something already that's really interesting that's happening is I'm flying instead of walking, and I don't even know how to stop that. I don't know how to put my feet down on the ground. There's a lot of key bindings I'm going to have to learn. You're going to have to be patient with me, but I am going to figure it out. I'm going to get the gist of how to play adventure mode, and then I can explain it to all of y'all, in time for the Steam drop, and then hopefully we can hit the ground running and have really cool adventures right away. So right here, what we're looking at is I'm picking where I'm from in the Grackle Society. Up at the top, you see detail your character. It's going to have you choose background. You're going to press, in this version at least. The key bindings are different in Steam, and this doesn't exist in Steam yet. So, but in this latest version that I could find to play adventure mode, you press Y, lowercase y, to move forward through background, skills, appearance, personality, equipment, and then mount and pets, which are all at the top. And we're going to see me kind of fumble around and figure that out in these menus. And another few things, if you look in the bottom right, you see the reason I'm on the screen so long is because there's options like set your first name, customize your name, give a random name, change your gender. You can become a Grackle woman. And I think I started as a Grackle woman in this, but I switched to a Grackle man. And so what else? So I was playing with that, and I was honestly struggling to figure out how to advance. It turns out that Y, you see at the bottom there, it says Y is next. Y is next, as it turns out. But we do eventually move on, and thank gosh for that, because I was just about to think I'm going to have to edit this down because we were stuck on that screen for so long. Here's where you give your skills. You can see combat skills, anything. You can be... I gave myself carpentry. I'm not sure if that's going to come up. So one thing that I already noticed is I tried talking to... I spawned with some... I believe they're dwarves, and I talked to them, and they're just kind of saying things that you would see in Fortress mode. Like, they're saying, like, oh, I improved a skill, and I feel good about that. They're saying those same kind of things. I think that when my first adventurer who got lost in the cave, I did get far enough to get quests, and I know that you can find quest givers who will send you out to do something specifically, but I haven't really gotten that running. The first adventure I lost, I learned not to wander into caves because you'll get trapped if you don't know what you're doing. This one, I'm already, like, I don't know what to do with this Grackle. I can fly around, and it's a beautiful wood. It's a beautiful forested area. We'll see that. And I guess I'm just going to try to stay alive. I'm going to play him until he starves to death, and I'm going to really let thirst and hunger be my motivators and just try to keep him alive as long as possible. But so I end up giving my Grackle Birdman some general combat skills, the idea being that any weapons I find I'll be able to use to hunt or defend myself or do work as a mercenary. I give him a few other things just because I don't know exactly what to do. Oh yeah, as you can see here, I gave him excellent strength, agility, toughness, endurance, so he's just going to be hard to kill in general. A little bit of disease resistance. He has better intuition and social awareness than average. So I figure that should be enough to get me through anything. He's really tough, he's really strong and good and hard to kill. We've moved on to appearance. His feathers are black, his skin is tan, his eyes are black. That worked for me, so I moved right on. In personality, you can actually set what they believe in and what bothers them, what they have needs for. I wasn't able to think of a good strategy yet, but you can see here my guy has a need to craft objects. His dream is crafting a masterwork. I have no idea how I could possibly satisfy that for him. I guess I'll have to try to create a masterwork as an adventurer. I'm not sure if I can. But then you move on, so you can set how their personality is, really get into the fine-tuning that we come to expect from Dwarf Fortress. Here you set their gear, and I couldn't figure out how to add things, so I just increased the quality of each thing. You can see at the bottom, it's just increase and decrease quality. And you don't really get other options, so I increased quality. I guess the idea being that you're given a standard loadout, and you can either spend points on making sure that loadout is nicer versions, or you can spend it then, that same amount of points goes to mounts and pets. So you can either bring a lot of animals, or you can bring nicer gear, but they're going to tell you what gear. That seems to be what happened to me. So I spawn here, now we're finally in the game. So I spawned here and there's a bunch of dwarves, and I have no idea what's going on. I'm a big raven crow man. So I save, because we put a lot of effort into making this guy. And you'll see that I end up just flying out the door to see what's out there, and there's beautiful forest. I'm going to have to figure out how to eat, how to get my food and drink. But I can fly. I can't figure out how to stop flying. That's the other thing. So the main thing in adventure mode is learning all the little key bindings. Every letter does something. Lowercase L is to look around. Uppercase L is to look around intensely. Like F is to fire something, but uppercase F is something else. So you really just have to learn it. I haven't figured out how to make my guy not fly around. Oh, you know what? Actually, okay, look at this footage here. He's not. He's walking right now. He is walking. So while I was trying all the keys, and we're about to get into that, while I was trying all the keys, I guess I set him into flight. Okay, actually, thanks. That's helpful. Thanks, Dave. Because now I realize that one of the keys I tried while I was literally pressing QWERTY, Q... WERTY, one of those is what set him into flight. So leave it in the comments if you know what button I hit to make him fly. Now he is flying, so one of those buttons I hit, you see in the bottom left, it says flying. But so I just fly around a little bit, then I realized I should go back and talk to the dwarves for maybe a quest or a quest giver. But then I talked to this dwarf and he has nothing really interesting to say. So I really don't know what to make of that. Give me advice for this Grackle boy. I want him to have a great adventure. So one thing that I'm already really impressed by and I'm really enjoying is you see the colored circle all around my character. So my character is in the middle there. I was indicating flying with my mouse there, but right in the center is my Birdman. And you see that there is a full color, Technicolor circle immediately around him, only on the Z level that he's on. And that is things that he has exact sight of. You'll see in the top right, and I'm switching. This is me continuing to hit keys. You can't travel until you emerge from underground or enter a tunnel. So all right. I was just about to show you something on the right side of the heads-up display, but I won't be back there for a minute because I was reviewing all the key bindings, which I would also recommend doing. Go in there and get the key bindings. But when we go back to the heads-up display, you're going to see on the right side that there are two panels, and they're showing you immediately above you 1Z level and below 1Z level. And I haven't figured out exactly the most efficient way to use that, but the fact of the matter is the Technicolor, the real-time, the colored-in, vibrant color tiles are ones that your character actually has vision on from where they are. And the ones that go gray are ones that you remember. Or it's like you check that tree, you walk past that tree. Maybe a goblin is stalking you and it's about to go behind that tree, but you checked it 5 seconds ago and it was clear. So it's going to mark it in gray. Okay, now we're back to the heads-up display. So what I was saying on the right, see there, is 2 Z levels. It's showing what's above and below me, I think. That seems to be what's happening, to give me some intel. And then and everything is gray outside because I'm indoors right now. See, so maybe 1,000 goblins rolled up and I closed that door and I didn't see it. So lots of cool stuff like that in adventure mode. But you can also see that I greeted this dwarf and he said, "The large pigtail shoe really makes the outfit." And then says, "Hello, it is good to see you." So again, that's not a quest. That's not really helpful, but I'll figure it out. So I go back outside. You can see the Technicolor circle moving as the things that I'm actively have in my vision begin to appear and update. And that's really cool. You'll see actually, so in the last few minutes here, you're going to see that we go into some woods and the trees block your visibility. So even if something hides behind a tree, the game is actively rendering that and is you can see the real-time shadows. See that vibrant, how the radial shadows of each tree as it blocks your vision. Just really gorgeous stuff. And that's the kind of cool stuff that exists in adventure mode, and people who've only played on Steam, maybe they've never seen this. Look at that. Real time. So if I was playing a cat and mouse game with a goblin rogue who was hunting me, it would be real. It would be really intense simulation. Really intense simulation. All right. Well, I'm running out of footage and I'm also forgetting how to talk. So let me just remind everybody, thank you so much. Anybody who likes, subscribes, or leaves a comment, all of that helps with the algorithm, helps YouTube show my stuff to people, helps spread the word of Dwarf Fortress. So I will thank you for that and use that as a way to reset so I stop messing up words. I'm really, I want to circle back and just say I'm really enjoying this forest. I hope that my Birdman can have a good life in this forest and become a hero of good repute. But you all of y'all, please give me advice in the comments. I really do need advice on how to actually do this because I don't know how adventure mode works. So keep the Grackle Man alive. Okay, I'm really running out of footage. Yeah, please give me advice or else I'll just have to roll another character and start over again. So love y'all. Play adventure mode. Dwarf Fortress is so cool. Okay, goodbye. 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 Goodbye.